Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Run It Back. We're going to dive into another Edge of Eternities draft and see what we can find. I'm seeing a Stellar Sets card for Inventor's Fair. You know, this is not a bad card. I think it's very relevant in its one kind of particular deck of artifacts, either blue-white or red-blue. But then I think this Possibility Technician is incredible. You can warp it in and see if you can hit a land at some point. You get another card later on by casting it. I think that this is awesome. If you ever happen to get another Kavu, then the card's not gone, even if they kill this. So I think there's definitely some Kavu here in red, and this is a great piece of technology for it. So we're going to scoop that up. Weapons manufacturing, brothers and sisters, we've tried it twice. It's not good. I see a Pulsar Squadron Ace, which is a 2-mana 2/3 or a 1/2 that gets you a spacecraft. Very good. Harmonious Gravestriker, also very good. The rest of it, I'm kind of take or leave. Virus Beetle's fine. Ice Cape Crasher's fine. But I think we're going to take this white card, this Pulsar Squadron Ace. Like I said, you either get a spacecraft or a 2-mana 2/3, which is pretty darn good. Pinnacle Spaceship is big. Oh, there's an Oreplate Pangolin here. This card is incredible. We don't have any artifacts yet, but we can certainly pick some up. This thing gets huge fast. So we're going to scoop that up in there. Other cards that we want to see in red is the 5-mana spacecraft that bolts something and it comes into play. I think obviously just the removal spells, right? Like you get the 3 damage to a creature or the shock to face. Yeah, Galvanizing Saw Ship. This is exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Also looking at this second Pangolin because they stack so well. I also see a Banishing Light and the Saw Ship. So this is a really tough stuff. Now, usually when I'm looking between 2 cards, I usually take the more rare, so either the rare or the mythic rare, or in this case, the uncommon. And then if I'm debating between 2 here, I'm going to take the cheaper one, which puts us at Banishing Light. The question is if we don't necessarily go into white, you know, if we end up in something like red-black, per se, then Saw Ship is always making our deck. I'm going to take the Banishing Light here, just because we don't have any removal yet. I don't think Memorial Vault is particularly good. I do think that Sacred Foundry is going to be always played, now that we've sort of half committed to both red and white. So I think I'm going to snag that. Lotus Field is no good. A second Pulsar Squadron Ace I think is good. We also see a Focus Fire, and it makes me feel really good seeing both of these cards here, and even the Weft Blade is like playable. It makes me feel good that moving into white is a very real possibility. You know, this is a very late Station Monitor, so we might either splash it or see what we can collect up. I mean, this card it can get pretty nuts. So we're gonna speculate on that because there's a couple other cards that would have been fine, ideally, you know, perfectly playable. And either A, we're gonna pick up a bunch of blue cards, so this will be just fine. B, we already are gonna play the 2 cards that we have in red, so we don't need them as much. Or C, we'll have enough to splash them all. We do have a Kavu here, but I don't think this Kavu is particularly strong, and I actually do like Rescue Skiff. I think this one is strong, so we're gonna scoop Rescue Skiff up. And if we get wheeled our rare, the weapons manufacturing, maybe that wasn't ours, maybe it was the second one, but if we get wheeled the weapons manufacturing, we might pick it up because of the other card to sacrifice artifacts. Because if you can sacrifice your munitions tokens for like an impulse draw and then dealing 2 damage, it can be pretty good. But I don't know, it's just, I guess it's an engine that you have to get set up. And so sometimes your opponents are dead by that time, and sometimes it's what puts you over the edge. So okay, I don't think Zealous Display is particularly good because I don't think we're going over the top wide. The rest of the stuff is sort of mid, so I'm going to take this whale just because it's a way that we can double spell, right? I don't really love the warping on that whale, but it's fine. Yeah, okay, we did get the munitions manufacturing. I don't think we're on Luxnite Breachers, so we're just going to take this as a an option to put 2 counters on our pangolin, or if we scoop up that other 4-mana rare, then we can make it work. The other key is that like this comes back with the rescue skiff if we don't have anything else, so we don't want any creatures or anything. But can't say I'm overly thrilled with our first pack. You know, we did just sort of pick up 2 red cards early on. We might be more blue, right? Like we could swap both these out, and even this Possibility Technician. The Pangolin I'm a little less on the splash, but like Possibility Technician, we could splash off of like a Mountain and a Sacred Foundry. If we're gonna be double spelling with the Station Monitor, I think we might want this Exosuit Savior to like pick something up and try it again. Ideally we won't. Ideally we'll have better cards to play than that, but it's a fine card. We need a lot more 1-drops if we're gonna play Station Monitor. This one's fine. Mech and Suit Shieldmate, or Mech and Shieldmate. This works because anytime we double spell, we make an artifact. On top of the fact we might just have regular artifacts as well. Tanic is incredible. So is Munitions Massacre, but I think red, red, black, black means that we're probably not playing that. Seam Rip is fine. Focus Fire is good. Dockworker Drone is good. Gravikill is good. I think we're going to take the Tanic and then be a little bit... A second Munitions Massacre. That's pretty busted. Mechan Assembler feels very strong. Either on the splash or the Plasma Bolt also seems good. Cut Propulsion is a very good red card. I mean, this seems very, very odd about what we should be doing. Right, I think Mechan Assembler may be the best card. Well, actually, Munitions Massacre is the best card, but I don't think we're going to take that. We've got 2 really good blue cards, and we've got 3 really good red cards, so I guess let's just take the Cut Propulsion. Interceptor Mechan being very clearly the best card here. But let's just take a Dockworker Drone. Because it's another artifact and it plays with counters. So if we happen to pick up the 1-mana cards... If we pick up that 1-mana tapper, then we've got things to put counters on. So. Okay. Orbital Plunge is good. Reroute System's also good. Those are the 2 that I'm looking at. I don't think we want... I mean, we could always warp in like a Specimen Freighter, but I don't think we need to. I'm going to take the cheaper card just because of the Station Monitor. 1/1 counters, Plasma Bolt, another Gale Blade. I'm going to take a Plasma Bolt. This might not get played, and this might not get played. Very weird deck so far. Feels like, I mean, honestly, these sort of feel a little strange. If this isn't getting played, we're sort of just in 2-drops. This Reroute Systems is fine. Could always play a Survey Mechan, but if we're only playing 2 colors, I don't love that nearly as much. So I'll take this. This is just fine. Another weapons manufacturing. Incredible. I don't think we want another one. I think I'm down for either this 2-drop or this 1-drop. I think I'm down for the 1-drop because there's a chance that we end up playing this weapons manufacturing. I think I need 3 sack outlets, and if I get 3 sack outlets, I'll play the weapons manufacturing. Seam Rip is fine. Also, so is the Sentry, huh? And we've got 2 reroute systems. So I'm a little concerned about just like 2 reroute systems plus the Plasma Bolt plus the Seam Rip. Like that's a lot of early creature removal. So I think I'm gonna just grab some of these artifact creatures. Oh my gosh. Nobody wants to play this card? Fine. The second one didn't come back though. I mean, this might be worth the splash. None of this is good. Okay, this card is incredible. Lumen Class Frigate. Yeah, this card is great. It's a lot easier to get to the 12 when all of your stuff gets +1/+1. Also, notably, we see a Caveron Harrier. Another reroute systems is good, but this card's pretty incredible. Plays really well with our pangolins. I mean, at this point, I don't think we're playing this either, but if we pick up another red card, or a black card, I guess, can make it work. Yeah, so this is interesting. I mean, I don't hate Beyond the Quiet. It's not exactly on game plan, but, like, it can work. If we put out a couple of things and they, like, really go over the top. What is this? Oh, yeah, this card's really great, too, right? When it enters, return target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value X or less than greater X's mana spent to this card. Wedgelight Rammer's fine. This card's okay. Plasma Bolt's okay. But just scoop that up. Radiant Strike looks okay. Plasma Bolt looks okay. We have a Banishing Light and a couple Propulsions for big stuff. Plasma Bolt goes face. I mean, it's just straight Lightning Bolt if you have Void or whatever triggered. Looking at 3 more playable cards, but we've got a whole pack 3 to make it work. So I think we'll be okay. What's this thing? Another Rescue Skiff. We've got this Caveron Harrier. Big Dragon. This is a really good one to warp in, huh? Because it gets haste right away, like that plays. The question is whether we want like a Caveron Harrier or a Nebula Dragon. I'm going to take the Harrier just again because it's uncommon and cheaper. Seam Rip's okay. A second Banishing Light, I think, is sort of the thing that we're looking for. It's going to just cover our bases with big things. A Sammy? Yeah, I mean, that's our 24th card. Oh, it's the... I thought it was the 4-mana one. No, this is the big mythic. The... turning spells, we have affinity to artifacts. I don't know if we're really doing anything about that, but let's scoop up this thing because we're not playing with that other stuff. Yeah, I kind of wish we still had that dragon, but Sammy sort of plays as a dragon, especially if it's got haste, right? You know, we can warp it in just in haste, which is fun. Okay. Caveron Skywarden is another Kavu, and it's... Oh, we already have one. I don't think we're playing any of these. I guess we'll... We'll do that. I don't think we're ever playing a third. What's it called? This Pinnacle Kill Ship seems like it could play. Because we can warp it in and then also cast it later. I want the Sky Warden because it's a Kavu. I don't think we can play 16 lands. So we might cut a reroute systems, or we also might cut the scrapper. We'll start with the systems, and then maybe if we need to change it, we can. Alright, diving into round 1. Alright, round 1. Seeing if we can be a little aggressive, seeing if we can get some people. Lumen class frigates, great. I think we're going to start on this thing so that way we can just crew right away, station right away. Sure. Tanak also being a Kavu means that we can end up getting our possibility technician cards. Well. Yo, we're discarding one of these things? That's great for us. Alright, Pulsar Squadron Ace. Whiffs, but that's not terrible. Because now we can go Lumen Glass Frigate. We now have a 3/4. And a 2/3. Possibility Technician warping in gets us another 4 on the Lumen class frigate, and then we can go Starport Security, station with the Security and the Scrapper, and then attack with 3/5 Flying Lifelink and a 3/4 here. Yeah, Sea Chip is a good one, so we might have to just Banishing like that, which is unfortunate. Getting them more lander tokens, putting one on counters and stuff. It's just not really where we want to be. I think that we can attack with this thing. Because if we want to warp in the Possibility Technician, then that gets the Lumen class frigate going with the Slag Drill Scrapper. Titanic Memorial Ensign? I think that's what it is. A Drix, sure. We take 4. Okay. Let's warp in this thing. Okay. If we play this and station with it, that means we can actually attack with the Slag Drill. And now either our Slag Drill or our Pulsar Squadron Ace get in. And so then this next turn we've got 10. Assuming no blocks. And so a Banishing Light should be able to help us out if they end up just playing like a Drix Fate Master. Fate Maker? Fate Maker. Yep. We take 1. We take 4. They play a Territorial Bruntar, which functionally kind of does a lot of the same. Take another 5. We gain 3. And so in theory, our starport security can help. We have here a rescue skiff. Yeah. They make another thing, sure. Lumen class frigate is really showing its worth here. All of our stuff would just be a little bit too small, and obviously the 3-3 flying or the 3-5 flying has been really good for us. So that's good. Yep, sure. Attack for 3. Plasma bolt, I think, is one of the big cards we're looking for here. I actually think I'm going to play this possibility technician. Just see if we can hit a land. Or a plasma bolt for that matter. A Sammy, okay. Can't really help much on the ground. But now we have a 4-4, which also trades with their 4-4. It blocks their 3-2. If they want to bombard our possibility technician, that's fine. Oh, they're making a 2-2 colorless token. Sure. But we're at 12. I don't feel particularly endangered. They can't attack too much because otherwise we tap something down and attack with like the rest of our stuff. They could put like a 1-1 counter on everything, but even still, I don't... You know, we'd take 9. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm fine with blocking here. This is fine. They want to do that so that way... Oh, A, they draw a card, and B, it gets rid of our Kavu. Spaceship, sure. We take 1, they have to tap a thing, they tap their forest. Okay. So what if we just attack all out and then beyond the quest? Because then the following turn we can just like play a big 4-5. The reason why we're attacking all out is 2 reasons. 1, we get to deal them some damage, looks like 2, and 2, we also get to gain some life. And then on top of all that, our stuff doesn't get exiled. Sure. There is something to be said about playing maybe Tanic because then this stuff gets haste, but I guess I'm not overly concerned about it. Sure. Is that a second Frenzied Bailoff? Didn't they already have one? Yeah, there's one here. Alright. Great for them. Okay, getting bombarded. Propulsion is fine. Cut propulsion means that we have lethal if they attack. And then we can stabilize if they don't. Yeah. We go to 6. They play a thing and we can either play our Sammy, we can rescue skiff, we can do a couple different things. Cut propulsion, any blockers that they have. Okay, so they have 2 Frenzied Bailoffs, and they also had this 4-2. I think I want a second copy of Reroute Systems. I think the Slag Drill Scrapper likely doesn't necessarily need to be in the deck. So. Yeah, I mean this is a curve. Looks like they have a plasma bolt. Let's see if they decide to toss it off right away. So we have 5 mana, which is a ton of 6 mana now. I think that means we're gonna spend 2 mana just to get in 2 extra damage because we've got the opportunity, and we won't always have that opportunity. And we currently have a ton of mana with, you know, not a lot of stuff to do with it. So let's take our opportunity to get our 2 mana, 2 damage in, and now we can start grabbing other stuff. Looking for a spacecraft. Did not catch one. It's okay. Now we can block the frontline War Rager. And in fact, we can even reroute systems it as well to kill it if we want to. Kind of depends on what they do. I think ideally we want them to play like a Frenzy Baloth and we can just kill that. Yeah, that's fine. Block. Okay, this is fine. Gonna play a mountain, gonna play a dock worker drone. Yeah, I mean, like, they're likely to attack, and then they can sacrifice a lander. If they play a land pre-combat, we just sort of take it, I guess. If they don't, then maybe we double block with the drone and the Pulsar Squadron Ace. But at least as of like right now, like, this is the sort of thing with a Lumen class frigate that we wanted. But maybe we don't. Maybe we just like take the 3 or 4. We've got 2 different banishing. We got 2 banishing lights. We've got Pinnacle Kill Ship to take care of big stuff. This also dies to Cup Repulsion. So we got what, 4 removal spells. And we're attacking for 8 back, right? Yeah, so. Pretty easy block on their part. I think we're just going to Plasma Bolt this 3/3. Even though Tana can draw them cards, that 3/3 is going to consistently give them the landers so they can draw cards. And they didn't have a land drop last turn, so even if they wanted to crack the lander now, like, it's all fine and good, but they're not. They're going to ping us for 1, right? They're not drawing card off it. So. Well, they did have one. Good for them. We are getting attacked. Okay. I have a Fancy Tanic. With not a lot of, like, things to do, so Pinnacle Kill Ship would actually be pretty good for us. No, I mean, it'd be lethal, right? Like, we just cast the Pinnacle Kill Ship. Not technically lethal anymore. Oh, yeah, we could still kill the stationed thing, but looks like they're gonna attack. Yeah. Caravan Skywarden. No real reason to warp this, I guess. So let's just attack with it. Pretty dead to a land here, I guess. Or no, we're just straight dead because we attacked with 1 too many things. But they don't necessarily know that. Put our counter here. Yeah, I guess we should have left back the Dockworker drone. I was thinking about triggering Void, but if it's tapped, it doesn't really matter. And I was thinking they only needed to hit a land in order to kill us, but they did anyway. Yeah, I mean, that was really strange. We just sort of flooded out, even though we had some decent interaction. It just wasn't really the big stuff. I don't know if that necessarily means we need to change anything. I don't think it does, but sometimes you just draw the low end of your deck, and that's it. Okay. Moving into game 3, seeing if we can pull the win off. Now that we're on the play as well, that should help us. Yeah, we see our Lumen class frigate again. Actually, both of our spaceships. Sammy, okay. We're going to play the Lumen class frigate, and then really anything that we get turns bigger. Red Tiger Meccan, get me for 3. I'm got. Absolutely. Tanuk. And we can warp Sammy in, I guess. Yeah, that's fine, right? Thawbringer, yep. Pulsar. I don't think we can afford to whiff on the Pulsar, so we're gonna, because it, oh no, we have all of our things, but even still, yeah, I don't know. Orbital Plunge kills that. Yeah, we get a 3/4 and a 3/3. Yep. I am down to station with this. I think also with this, and we'll just take even 7, but then we can get some back. Frenzied Baloth, sure. Yep. Nice. Dockworker drone gets in there. We are going to tap a Dockworker drone, get in for 3, because now our 3/4 trades blocks their Frenzied Baloth, and our 3/3 blocks their Thawbringer. The Dockworker drone puts a counter on the Lumen class frigate. Okay. A little bit of a scary spot, I think, in the idea that, like, if they just kill something, then we can, I don't know, like, we'd trade off our entire board, but I don't think it's the worst thing if we just do this and they kill the Lumen class frigate. We'll put our counter here. They get to surveil. But if they're not taking care of our board and we can just attack for 10 next turn and gain 4 life, like if they just play this thing, they're in deep trouble. We have a decent insurance policy, assuming we draw land. But if we're like never drawing lands, then ideally we're either drawing, well, we're going to be drawing 3/3s or better. Yeah, Tannic, sure. We take our 1. Another Frenzy Baloth. Yeah, I mean, that's a very reasonable tap land here. We don't need to cast our Beyond the Quiet. The other stuff costs 6 mana. We're going to gain our 4 life. The Pulsar Squadron Ace kills off the Frenzy Baloth. And then the Dockworker Drone blocks the Tannic just fine. Sure. Siege Ship Argarian, yep. Do we want to pick up anything? We could, hold on. If we rescue Skiff, get back Tannic, this thing takes 10. We could go tap, 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 and attack with a 6 and a 4. Okay, not needed yet. So I think we just cast the Sammy. And then next turn, we've got lethal in the air, even if they kill Sammy. Okay, Red Tiger Mechan, yep. Nothing really. Alright, so if we go rescue Skiff, get back Tannic. That should give us 10 in the air. And then we even have our Sammy on the ground. That's it! We win! Let's go! We'll see you gamers in round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2. I wouldn't say we barely squeaked in by round 1, but we certainly we certainly took our time with it. Playing our tap land, and then we get 2 Pulsars. Ideally, one of them picks up the Lumen class frigate, but or not. I think this just means that we decline pretty much all the time now. Okay, we don't have much of a choice. There's only 1 left in the deck, but I don't even know if I'd pull it up. I think that 1/1 counter might have been better, seeing as they've got a 2/2 that we very clearly want to block. Yeah, again, I think we're just playing our Pulsar Squadron Ace. Yep, and that's fine. Whiff again. You know, 2 mana, 2 3s in white. Look pretty good. Oh, very good. Yeah, sick. If they end up putting something in the graveyard that's like big and I want to take care of it, then we would have to. But we'll just let them gain their life, because next turn we can go Lumen class frigate and then station, and now we have a 3/4. I don't think this Zoo Effete Osteoharmonist, I don't think that's too important. This is going to be 5. And we can turn this on next turn if we want to. Opens this up to a couple of... Okay, you make a 2/2. Make another 2/2. What is this thing? 9? Yeah, I mean... Opens up to a big attack if we do the Lumen class frigate, but... They gain some life. We put 8 on this thing if we play this. I mean, I guess we'll just do this, right? It also gives us a 6/7 reach. Block and kill like really anything we want. This screams to me the +2/+0 trick. So we're gonna kill this. No, they're just Wiping the board? No, they just have a Void Forge Titan. Okay. Getting in their big attack. Drawing the card. Gonna play this. Gonna play this. Gonna play this. Going to attack with these two so we can get a counter on our Caveron, plus we get to gain 3 life. Oh, this is a Void trigger. I always think that this is a tap 2 trigger. It's a Void trigger. Either way. Embrace Oblivion. Get rid of the Reach creature. Timeline Color. Attack all out. Okay. Kill this, kill this. Attack for 3. No need to play the land. If they want to cast their Timeline Color, I'll block it. I got no problem with that. Spending all their black mana to sort of get this thing back over and over again. Thrumming Hive Pool. It's pretty scary. And we don't have any answers for it. Yep. Interceptor Mechan. Get back something. Sure. Zoophy. Can't cast that because they needed this to tap for red. And then 3 total black sources, including the one they used to tap for red. Rescue Skiff gets in here. With the Hive Pool, I don't think I want to station this much. Could station it for this thing. And then we block here and then 2 1/1s. So we take 2, 4, 6, 8. No, we can't do that. Dang, alright. There you go. Thrumming Hive Pool, no answer. Makes it look really good. Taking 12 here, I guess. Gaining 3. There you go. Yeah, I still stand by our attack and our way that we did things. I don't think it's that important that we held up a bunch of blockers. I think it was fine. Really, we just came down to the idea that we didn't have an answer when we needed it for the Thrumming Hive Pool. But now that we know about it, we can save a Banishing Light or something similar, which is fine. Yeah, I mean, no red source, but you know, we've got a bunch of things that we can take care of, and you know, we're looking what 12 cards at a Lumen class frigate. Because we get to draw 2, and this looks at 5. So. Nope. Worm wall sweeper. Sure. All right, let's play our next one. Nope. Unfortunately, 3 lands getting sent to the bottom is not great. But like if we draw a mountain here, we can go Dockworker Drone into Caravan Harrier. And that's just fine. They're likely making a 2/2, I would think. Yeah, that tracks. Pinnacle Kill Ship is coming off the top, which is like the last card we want to see. But OP taking more damage. Not looking good for us gamers here. Yep, they make a couple of tokens. We get attacked for 2. What do we have for 1-drops? We've got a reroute systems, a starport security, and 2 plasma bolts. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I'm going to warp this thing. I'm just going to play it. It totally would have worked. We could have warped it, played the starport security, and then just played it next turn. That's incredible. Yep, distracts. It's fine. I'm going to put our counter on this possibility technician to attack through any sort of 2/4 shenanigans that they might have. We can also rescue skiff back this technician at some point. Not going to attack with the possibility technician because I don't want to trade, but I will attack with his pulsar. Yeah, offering the trade there. I mean, they're at 10. Focus fire, sure. Play 2 things. And because we've got the counter on the possibility technician, the starport security does have an opportunity to tap. Yeah, so we can tap down the Death Toucher and attack for 8. This is just creatures and spacecraft, so the hive pool's no good. 2, 4, 6, 10, 2, 4, 6, 9. Starfighter pilot. They are surveilling. Just attacking with the 2. Yeah. I mean, I think we just have to be on the quiet all of this. And then hopefully, like, rescue skiff back something. We take 4. Rescue skiff back pulsar. Oh, but then we're just taking a bunch next turn anyway. Yeah. Lumen class frigate, right on time. Take 8 from the thrumming hive pool. Man, lost 2 games to the hive pool. Right on curve. No answers to the slivers. All right, gamers. One more time. We'll see you in round 3. All right, round 3. Here we are. Ready to go. Somebody's in my driveway. I have no idea who this person is. I can't do this. I mean, we've got so many good cards. But I don't think we can. Okay, they're leaving. Great. Yeah, this is better. I will ship that. I don't think ship it. Ha ha ha. Even though we could have warped it in, it's just we've got a removal spell that will work. Sure, I'll cover. We're going to play our creature out first. If they ding us for one with the hull cover, that's fine. But the Plasma Bolt taking care of the Death Touch creature feels good. Okay. A torpedo. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna save our creature. Gonna kill their creature. Because our 3/5 coming down here in a couple turns. Hopefully. Will be what we're looking for. Oh, OP on 60 cards. 60 cards. That's a lot of cards, Jon Snow. Alright. Let's play this. Let's whiff again. You know, we've missed every single time, but I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit better than that. Even though we only got 3 in the deck, I thought it'd be a little better. Alright. We've got 4 mana for our opponent. What if they're stuck on like a third color? Like green or something like that. I'm a big fan of the torpedo, I think. I don't know if it's particularly good. Okay. Let's see what opponent is all about here. If they play like their 4/3 that gets a lander, we'll cut propulsions that. Roving actuator. Okay. I think we pass this turn. We'll tap it down on his turn. And then that just sort of lets our pulsar continue to attack. Okay, a second swamp. Pew. Sick. All right, we'll tap down the dude. Using all their time, reading all their cards. And pass. Okay. We will attack. 4/2. Blah. If we're not going to draw land, then Penguins. Kind of one of the cards that we want. Okay, put this out. Is a robot. Robot. You know, I wonder if there's a artifact creatures deck in standard. We can poison some people out with that uncommon. I tried to do it once, and we got people to like 6 poison pretty consistently and didn't have the right removal to make it work. Exile all artifacts mana 3 or less. Okay. Tap this thing. They're going to kill off their torpedo and then our 2 creatures. Just keep going as it sits. Keep attacking. We're losing this race, but the hope is that they end up deploying more to the board, and then we can just wipe it away, even if our Pulsar is gone. Playing a 7th mana is pretty good for me. Are they going to remove my creature? No. They're going to attack? No. Alright then, so now we have Tannock. I guess we play this. Yeah, our Pinnacle kill ship's all the way down here, but that's okay. I mean, if we have to, we can attack with the Tannock and then call propulsions to kill off the actuator. No, more lands from opponent. Puts him on 8 lands. Which is like, fine, that's exactly what I want to see, but also not fine because there's some stuff that happens at 8 mana. Like, there's some big, expensive stuff in this format. Vote out, Tannock down. Okay. I wonder if they're debating to vote out our Pulsar Squadron Ace. If they're not attacking, we're not attacking. We'll just sort of sit here for now until we can get like a Lumen Frigate or something. Second Pulsar Squadron Ace would be pretty clutch, I think. Yep. Alright, we're finally attacking. Down to 16 we go. They play a Beam Saw Prospector. Our turn. I mean, I'm down to attack. If they want to block, then they can block. Get that lander. If they don't block, I think we're actually just going to go beyond the quiet into this and start sacking our lands for more stuff. All right, they do block. Oh, they have a thing? Oh, yeah, this works such as fine. We get their stuff out of their hand as well. Good for them. Yep. Kill the things. Slag Drill Scrapper. Tap, tap. Sacrifice this. Lumen Class Frigate. Rescue Skiff. Don't mind if I do. Rescue Skiff back. Get back Tannock. Tannock crew this. So that way this can crew. And now we've got 6. Okay. All right. Jeez. Give it one more turn. Maybe we should have gone after this, right? Like if we stationed this thing first. Well, we do like 3 here and then 2 here, and then we can... I don't know, I was going to say, once this gets stationed, it turns this on pretty quick. But the other way around is like not necessarily the case, because I'm going to start attacking with the Lumen Class Frigate. Alright, OP on their 10th land. I mean, we're not too far behind. We got 8, 6, 8, 9. Yep. Okay. Who's drawing cards? Tannock going down. Drawing cards. Banishing Light, Pleasant Bolt. Okay. Jeez. Alright, one day we'll get there. The reason why I did that is because we've got this reroute systems to kill off their Faller's Faithful. If they want to attack another 3 with the Gravity, Grav Blade Heavy, I'm just like not that worried about it. Sure. They lose 2. Another land. Yep. Yep. 2. And even if they have a trick, I guess we could cut propulsions this just to make sure that we're not going to die. Going down to 10 and then gaining 3 just like feels, which is fine. But any old creature, please. Any old creature. Alright, they are going to do that, so let's just cut propulsions this. Get the creature out of their card out of their hand. Another Banishing Light. All right, fine. We'll do it the hard way. Banishing Light the thing. Man, that was a slog. Swarm color, sure. Drone. Turn this on. Banishing Light. Attack for 5. Could put them to 1, but not particularly necessary. Yep. This turns that on. Lethal in the air. Yo, we got there. All right. Just had to cycle through a ton of cards. Okay. Round 3, game 2. Seeing if we can squeak out the 2-1. Make sure that we're good to go. Yep. This works, it all works. Probably start with the Scrapper first, I would guess. In the off chance we draw like a straight planes. Pulsar is a good one for finding that Lumen class frigate again. Rescue Skiff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still good enough. Like, worst case scenario, we can trade this off or kill it or something, and then Rescue Skiff it back. Gotta make sure we hit our land drops to get all the way up to our big stuff, but a Tannock also warps all of our things in that we can't cast. With nothing in there, we might just Banishing like that. Attack, offer the trade. Because I'm happy to trade damage, I'm also happy to trade creatures here, so typically why you would attack in this situation. Alright, they have 4 mana. They cast Frontline War Rager. Sure. We have a pulsar. We're looking for that Lumen class frigate, please. No. All right. Dock worker drone, it is. We also have a bit of a combat trick in sacrificing our dock worker drone to the slag drill scrapper, and then we can put our 1/1 counter on wherever we want. Block like this, block like this. I think they have enough to save one of their creatures. But even if they give this thing +2/+0, like it can't kill both my creatures. Full bore, that was not one that was on my radar, but here we are. That's okay. Gives us stuff to rescue Skiff back. Plus, if we draw a land, we've got a 4/5, which should be bigger than just about everything we've got. Do you need another tap creature in order to get a +1/+1 counter on their frontline War Rager? And I don't think we're going to be going down that road, so I think that'd be just fine. Yeah, alright, sick. Play this, play this. Maybe we just get in here. There's no reason not to. And then if we rescue Skiff back, probably the Pulsar Squadron Ace, we're going to be looking another 5 cards deep for this Lumen ship. Rescue Skiff is 10, but we've got 6 here, so plus we're getting back another 1 or 2. Cabaron gets voted out. Interesting that they would do it that way. I see. All right, well. Probably lead on Sammy then, because if Sammy dies, then we can just rescue Skiff them back. Yep. Opponent attacking. We're going to attack. We're going to play our Mythic Bomb. Oh yeah, we can also just Pinnacle kill ship. That might be the move. Pinnacle kill ship, kill the thing, attack for 8, and then we still get to station post-combat because of the vigilance. Orbital plunge, down it goes. Rescue Skiff. Skiff back to Sammy. Get in our attack for 2. Station this. Warp is a cast, right? Cast this card, yeah. So we still get the affinity based on the warp cost. That's pretty sick. Yep. Follows Faithful, down Sammy goes. Draw a bunch of stuff. Got 9 creatures, huh? Oh, that's all we got. But we can warp this in. That's 3, going up to 7, 8, 9, 10 if we want. Lander, sure. We go to 11. No, we go to 12. Could also warp this in. But I don't know if that's good. Also just Pinnacle kill ship. Kill ship, if we do kill ship this way, we can station it next turn after now having attacked for 2. I mean, we could station this to station that, right? This takes 6, this takes 7. And because this already has 4, or like, you know, it's got 6 on it, it just turns into a 7/7. We can just, maybe this stations for 5. Okay, we're gonna possibility technician warp. Land. Station this. Warp this. Station this. Play a land. Station here. Attack for 5. Lose our 2 warp creatures, but then we also now have 2 spaceships which are lethal. Putting a spaceship in a spaceship is always funny. Okay. Currently can't do anything with that. And so he's dead, Jim. Yo, we got there. All right. A cute little draft. Honestly, I feel like we were in the spot where we could have gone 3-0 had our draws been better or their draws been worse in round 2. This is a deck where I'm not like super thrilled about it. I can't say like I love everything about it, but at the same time, I don't hate it. Like we had some stuff that we were doing and it sort of worked out. No real main card advantage, right? We've got Possibility Technician and Slag Drill Scrapper, but like just these don't really feel like they're it. So either A, I kind of wish we had more things that we could burn people out with, or B, we could get some more card advantage somehow. But you know, I think it was fine. There's also a thought that we could have gone down to 16 lands and played another reroute systems. I don't know if it would have saved us in any of the games that we were thinking about, but you know, it also was fine. Lux Knight Breacher just being a fat dude and being able to crew up the spaceships also is a possibility, but it worked. We went 2-1. We will see you gang tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.